And on that crescendo, I think we can begin. Hello, welcome. Tonight I am back on Gitstore. Yesterday, after all the flailing I did trying to do TypeScript stuff on an unreleased version of Adonis, got me thinking I should do a little bit more of what I know. Wow, let's skip that song. I'm listening to the soundtrack of Mr. Pandaria from World of Warcraft. See how that's like. And I've also slightly tweaked the bitrate. So it might be crisper, it might buffer a lot more, in which case I'd have to switch it back. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so Gitstore, which I have not launched anything of yet. Let me launch some Gitstore things quickly. Gitstore to npm run watch to artisan serve. Hello. And I'll keep that open for commands. I have some uncommitted code on here I need to fix. It's so funny. I left the stream and things were working fine. And then I got to the weekly catch-up meeting that we have about Gitstore. And everything just broke. So, yeah, not good. Make this a little bit wider. Okay. So in Gitstore, we have this cool thing which is a repo selection. If I go sell my app, this stuff is still a little bit broken after the last stream. I'm not sure why it broke. But anyway, we have these sections here. Connect with GitHub, connect with BitBucket. If GitHub is not down at the moment, because I know it was having a little hiccup earlier, we should be able to connect with OAuth. Now when I hit sync here, it's actually simulating a lookup. So sleeping for a second and then returning a static list. Tonight I want to make this dynamic. If I go here, I want to make this dynamic as well. So I already have the OAuth tokens that I'm getting for both of these when I connect. I'd like to do like a reconnect and maybe a disconnect, or maybe just a reconnect and have some other settings thing that lets me disconnect. So let me do the reconnect first. If I go select GitHub, here's a redirect to GitHub, so that's there. Maybe I can duplicate this thing to say reconnect. Yeah. The styling of these things still needs to be sorted out. But for now, just having the ability to refresh that token is kind of what I'm going for. Okay, so now both of these should have a reconnect thing. That'll take me back through the OAuth flow if I need to refresh this token. So if someone signs in with this but they have a stale BitBucket token, they can refresh that token as well. As what that has just done. As what that has just done. Actually sounds like valid English. Questionable, but anyway. Okay, I dropped a little bit of frames right in the beginning, but it seems to be I haven't dropped any in the last like 5 minutes. So I think this bitrate's going to work. I hope this bitrate's going to work. The next thing I would try, if this bitrate works without dropping a whole lot of frames, is upping the FPS to 60. Don't know. I guess we'll see if that works. So I should close my mail client because I don't want to keep that open. Okay, let's make this dynamic. For that, we are going to have to go to GitHub. Actually, you know what? I have a version of this code running in the existing Gitstore app. So let me refresh my memory of how I'm doing that. I think I'm using the not package JSON, composer JSON, that one. Oh, who's messaging me? Shut up. Why are you messaging me? Slackbots. Not doing anything, but Slackbot. Whatever. Stripe. GitHub API. Okay. KNP Labs, GitHub API. KNP Labs BitBucket. Question mark? What language is this? It's PHP. Wow. Wow, super cool. Okay, I'll check that out in just a minute. What was the thing I wanted to check out? Oh, you know what? I've been getting emails from Laravel, Socialite, GitHub. I've been getting emails from GitHub to say that I'm authenticating via a query string parameter and it's moaning at me. So let's see if there's been a recent issue about that. This one, update GitHub authentication. Yes, this is the mail I've been getting. Got the same hours ago. Use authorization header instead of access token query parameter. Authorization header, it's merged. So when was this? 23 days ago. Is there a newer release? 7 days ago. Ah, very good. Okay, so I'm going to update Socialite in here. Composer require Laravel Socialite. That should update the dependency to 3.4.2. 3.4.2. Say hi in chat if you're hanging around. Okay. Anytime now, Composer. Here we go. Hi, Tseng 84. Is that, am I pronouncing it wrong? TSNG or Tseng? Okay. Ah, okay. Socialite 4.3. So that should include the dependency change. Are you from somewhere in Africa, Tseng? Maybe even South Africa? Oh, coffee. Switzerland? That's interesting. Well, welcome. Okay, this is a cool version. So this should have the header, authorization header stuff done. I should check that my auth stuff still goes through if I reconnect. So GitHub, reconnect. And BitBucket, reconnect. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to flush the session so it completely forgets who I am. Connect. Success! Okay. Lacquer. So that's working. Maybe I should commit this stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have a proper look. Oh, God. Upgrade Socialite. Add reconnect. Cool. Cool. So, okay. I want to see if Graham Campbell has... I'm pretty sure Graham Campbell has a GitHub library as well, that he's the main contributor of, because I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. It's the one that Laravel GitHub uses, and I think he maintains them both. But I don't want to use the Laravel one, I want to use the underlying one. Oh, come on, can't I go to his profile from here? It's so stupid that I can't go directly to his profile from there. Repos! This dude does so much great code. It's actually super cool. GitHub. PHP GitHub API. It's forked. Why is it forked? Oh, but it hasn't corrected this thing. Okay. Let me just do this. Like that, and then I'll pull in this BitBucket one as well. It also uses the... Oh, crumbs. Stop. What is this added now? Okay, it reverted. Let's do this, but let's also do the BitBucket client, because then the resolution of the Guzzle 6 adapter will pick the correct one for these other two. There we go, so version 2. So just make sure all of these things work together. And I assume these two API clients use this PHP HTTP thing. Papa Smurf of Death, thanks for the follow. What a name. Cool. Now, how do I do usage of this? Okay. Docs directory. Repo. Nothing. It's probably not that. It's probably the repos command. API repo. Is there like a user repos? Users. Client. API current user. Okay. I'm gonna guess this may do the trick. What is that about? Let me just go to the KNP docs for this. Now we are using Livewire, which means we can do this directly in this component, and instead of this hard-coded stuff, we can create an instance of the client. So maybe we should use this. Okay. New client. Now how do we authenticate? It's the same docs. Client authenticate. Username or token. Okay. So here, maybe I can get the user is auth user, and then token is user GitHub elevated token. DD client API current user. See what this gives me. Maybe I can get rid of this stuff. Oh, this is in the BitBucket thing. That's BitBucket repos. I actually need to do this inside GitHub. Okay, like that. I can delete that. So these things look very similar. And then I need to move this over. Maybe just delete all of this. Oof. Oof. Let's see. Errors abound. You need to specify an authentication mechanism. Methodism. Okay, well I can do null for that, but then I can just do HTTP token. Client HTTP token. Hey. Oh, there's no info there though. So that's a bit weird. What? Okay, I should actually read this. Required value of password depends on the method. API token in that. API token in that. For the HTTP password, you should provide the password when using URL client ID. Should contain the client ID. Password should be client's secret. How am I authenticating inside Gitstore? I have this code already. Let me figure out how I'm doing this here. App. Pretty sure it's in model users where I create a proxy to the GitHub client. Boop 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 boop. Elevated token. Exactly what I'm doing. Exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so if I do this and then repos, what does it give me? Oh, doesn't have that. Maybe that's not a method. Maybe that's just like a property access. Accessor. Nope. Okay, now I'm flailing. Users. Current user. Followers. Followers. Emails. How do I get repos by user? Again, I have this in Gitstore currently. So how am I pulling these things in Gitstore? Listeners, no, it's not that. HTTP, somewhere in here, repositories, sync repositories. Come on. How am I doing this? Do I have like a console commands, fetch repositories? So this does some kind of syncing. Fetch personal repositories. This does the GraphQL lookup though. Oh. This personal query. Viewer repository. So viewer is and owner affiliations. Yeah, so that's just all repositories belonging to this user, right? But I don't want to use the GraphQL API for this. I want to use the v3 API. Making repository public or private. I wish there was a better docs thing than just use the better docs thing than just troll through the markdown files. Anyway. Oh, sorry about that. Your repositories. Affiliation owner. Okay. Okay, well then I can go back to the KNP one. Because then I think I know how to read this now. Wow, what a rabbit hole, hey? Repos, API repo. And then find, or is it all but then with a filter? Actually, current user repositories. I don't believe it. I was so close. I was so close. Okay, this is 30 repositories though. I know I have more for it to show. So how do I start page 2? Okay, I kind of need to loop through all of these then. Oh, repositories is an empty array. If no, next is this page is 1. Repositories. But then how do I do... Oh, this is so irritating, because how do I do the pagination on this API? Go back to the main docs. They should have like a pagination support. Result pager. Okay. Repos, paginator, result. Okay, let's use this as well. I hate that I have to do it this way around, but anyway. I guess. Okay. New result paginator. I'll just leave this as an empty array for now. The result is paginator fetch repos. I guess current user with those. Let's make this indentation proper. Okay, what does this give me? Pow! Same thing as I had before. Okay. What were the docs on here again? Paginator has netched, fetch netched. Cool. Cool. Okay. Repositories is array merge. Paginator fetch next. Okay, let's define this as an empty array. We could probably take this parameter out. Oh. Oof. Ah. So that seems more reasonable. Okay. So this gives us the full name. Maybe we can actually whittle this down. Hey. Maybe we can whittle this down. Also, we should probably say affiliation owner. Okay, so let's get our parameters thing back again here. sure if I've spelled that right. Okay, let's put that in there, and let's add this to here. Also, we can probably do like this. Okay, so this should still give us 123, and it's doing that over like 5 HTTP requests. It's kind of slow. Okay, so that still works. So that should actually cut out collaborator affiliation. You should only be able to do things for things that you own, which is fine. And then how do I limit the amount of fields? Is there a way to limit the amount of fields that it lists? I don't know if I can. For now it's fine. For now it's fine. Okay, and so we need to also cache these. So I'll call it available repositories. I can uncomment that, and I can comment that out, and then I can get rid of this sleep-based stuff. And then what should happen is that I should have... oh, you know what's going to happen now is that... Let's see. Is there a name parameter here? So name is actually that, but I need to use the full name thing in... Let's maybe see if we can cut down this data. So available repositories is array map, and this takes a function, and then the list. And so let's return a new array that has name repo full name. Let's do this, and let's just dd this out quickly. Oh, what? Oh, what? What am I doing wrong here? Oh. Makes sense. Sync. So there should be a much smaller array. Oh, damn it. Figuring out all of the stuff. Okay. So array, and it has a name, and that's great. That's perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect. So this will continue to work if I comment this out and do that. I just need the name. All the other info I can get when they hit create. That's when I can get all that other info. So I think it's fine. And there is my list of repos. Woohoo! That's really cool. Now I can pick anything. I'll pick Berea data and dependable. And then in here I can see I've got Berea data and dependable. That's super cool. So this is now a dynamic list, which is cool. I actually need to prune this because I need to prune this. There's a lot of junk that can come out here now. But that's not today's issue. Okay, so we've got GitHub data coming through, which looks like this. Yeah, it looks like this. That's fine. Yes. Oh, available repositories. It's here. Cool. Oh, wait. And then we can move on to the BitBucket repos. So this should be a fairly similar sort of thing, because, I mean, it's the same person who's made it. Result pager. I have a feeling this is going to be very similar. Yeah. So, select BitBucket repositories. I don't have a lot of these, but I hope I have enough to make a convincing argument here. Okay. So, very similar code actually. Client OAuth token. I need to get the selected user or the current user. Okay. What does this, what are the docs for? Docs. No, not that. What is generated? Hey. Show me the docs. Has next, fetch next. I feel like I can copy the majority of this code. So that's what I'm going to try. Woo! Let's see if that works. It'd be interesting if it does. Means I could probably nope. Yeah, I probably need to pull in the result pager. Client, current user. This is like whack-a-mole. It's not a property, it's a method. Repositories is an undefined method. List emails, show emails, list repository permissions, list team permissions, teams. That doesn't seem to do what I want it to do. Repositories, list. Okay, so these docs don't appear to be what I'm interested in. So this will be the current user. This is GraphQL. Can I get their like non-GraphQL version? This is going to be the same URL. Totally is. Well, I guess this is what I'm using. User repositories. What? Hey, you know what? Maybe I have the wrong end of the stick here. Maybe the result pager doesn't take in so fetch API method. Maybe the API needs to be repositories list and then affiliation owner. What do the official docs say? Repositories role owner. Role owner. Array with string keys. What? API method parameters. It's probably fetching a lot of repos now. I need to kill this server. Okay, so this is probably fetching all the repos on BitBucket that the API will let me have, and that's obviously wrong. Don't want to put too fine a point on it, but how? Maybe there's a thing in issues which will explain how this works. Fixes. Deploy keys. That's merged. No? Is it merged? Good. Because I need that later. Get a single repo. Commits refresh tokens. Man! What am I missing? So I think this is it. But how am I supposed to get the role owner in there? The last time I defined these parameters, it wouldn't do the request. See, it's trying to... Wow. That worked. I need to log out with this thing, which is a bit of a pain because I'm going to have to log back in with 2FA. Oh, that's going to die. Sorry for the feedback. Okay, let's take this to a different window. Just until I'm logged in. That'll ask me for... Oh, I don't have it on that account. Okay. Cool. Repositories. I have 2 here, one of which I'm the owner of. And that repo's name is testing. Oh, you know what? Actually gonna close this window because I can't command backtick through them all. Okay, you know what? I think this token here is from the account that I was just logged in as. Instead, I want to reconnect with the account I've logged in with now, which is totally a throwaway account. And this first one should be the testing repo. So if I make a new... Where am I? Hello? 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 If I make a new repo, private, create repo, and then I do another sync. I should have 2 repos in there. Yes! Success! Okay. So I have those in there. I need to pull the name, and then also the owner's nickname. No. What? This is not my nickname. What is my nickname on... Assert Chris is my username here. So how can I get that? How can I get that in here? Do I have to do like a... Okay, let's first try and get my username. Nothing. Nothing. 0. That's not the repo I want. That's not the repo I want. I've completely closed the repo that I want. BitBucket API. Nope. I nearly lost it. Okay, API current user show. Is that a thing? That's definitely a thing. Okay, there's my username. Yes! User... Oh. And this is an array. Oof, I hate that capitalization, but I think it's explicit. Okay, so we get our repos in here. This is actually this is fetch next values, and this is fetch next values, or dereference to values. And so here I should be able to say, let's do what the sync. Ask what the sync says again. Values. So we've got 2 in here, and the repo's name is name. But we want to do this in a quoted string, and you want to say user name like that. Yes, I think so, for consistency's sake. Okay, but this isn't, for some reason, this isn't executing here, is it? Oh, I need to use this variable as well to capture it in scope. I don't think that's the issue though. Not entirely. Oh, it totally is. That's totally the thing. Okay, so if I put this DD off and I do that, do a sync. Yes! Oh yes, I'm so happy about this. Oh goodness! That's so good! And I can refresh. Totally remembers those things. Oh, victory! It's dynamic now. Okay, one step closer to finishing. I also changed this on Sean's great recommendation from settings to pricing, because that tells you exactly what it's supposed to be. And even though it's not reading the default values, it is letting you change them. So that's what those things are. Let's see if I can get it to read the default values in there, because it's not supposed to be... Okay, first, hold on. Let me commit this. Okay. Now that that's committed, let me see why it's not reading in the defaults for the workflow. Because if I flush this cache and I make something, it's not pulling the defaults in here. Why is that? Customize plans, get patch for plan. If is set that, if not empty. I'm going to do not empty instead of... Oh! Lel. Not empty and not empty, show that. So only if it has a currency and an amount is it going to show the brackets. And then it's either the plan's currency... Oh, you know what? That's actually what's supposed to happen there. So if it's not, if there's an override value in settings, use that. Otherwise, use the default plan currency. Not empty. Oh, I don't know how this worked before on stream, but it's clearly not working now. I probably had values in there all the time. Oh, I show the plan amount. Okay. It's still not working though, so. But why? Not empty plan currency and not empty plan amount. Let's just DD the patch. It's gonna break stuff horribly, but anyway. Unexpected DD. Tell you what. Blade. Blade's the best. So those are empty, right? Okay. So why not show the plan? There's a default. There's a default. Flip, man! There's no. This isn't null coalescence, man. Ugh. Hate this. Mixing trinaries here. Ternaries. Ternaries? Whatever. Stupid. So if this value is empty or undefined or null or whatever, then pick this default plan value. And the same with amount, pick that value. But then, like, there's nothing in there though. There's nothing in there. Okay, maybe instead of the like mixed stuff that I had previously, like that. There. Okay, so that's the default, and then I can override it. Oh my goodness. That's why I didn't like that messy code as much before. Because look here, I was doing like, if is set plan currency, do this crap, and this was a blank value, so it was just showing this. Otherwise show blank value. Like, I was mixing those things, which was obviously bad. Cool, so these things are working now. There's a lot of styling that needs to be done here. I can go on to PayPal and Stripe stuff, but I think since there's only like 7 minutes left, I might not do that. So let me work on a little bit more styling here. What has Sean said these buttons must look like? Boop, 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 boop. Okay, there's no UI for this, but we can put icons next to these tabs now. Oof, this music is majestic, glorious. Okay, we have no icons here, so we need one for GitHub, BitBucket, uploads, and pricing. I'm going to use Font Awesome. And I actually think I have that in another project, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I should look for where that is first. On my blog. Resources, SVG, yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm going to use it straight from here. I'm not going to go and download it from the internets. But then I should also copy, tell you what, up one, up another one, assert Chris IO. There's a composer dependency that Adam Wathen did that I'm using in here. So I'm going to bring that over. Nothing works, Blade SVG. Oof. And then there's also a way to declare this. Let's have a look what this installs with. Let's just make this bigger. So I think this automatically registers itself if I remember correctly. But then where I'm doing view stuff, maybe it's in Livewire that I need to edit those things. Edit includes heading. This stuff is so abstracted, it's not funny. Actions, there's an icon. Okay, so there's a blade directive that gets registered. Is it automatic? Who knows? I'll just try it. Let's see. Customize plans, tabs. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. Okay, yeah, it does discover the service provider there. So, oh, does not exist. Is it brand singular? SVG brands, no. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need some config. I didn't publish this config. And so this will say resources SVG. So now if I refresh, it should be able to find that. That's so big, but the icon's there. The icon's there. Okay, so let's close everything else because this is getting a bit distracting. Span class. That should be smaller. Hello? Hello? Why is that not smaller? Okay. I still need it smaller than that though. And then this should be flex, row, and this should be in a span of its own. Oop. Whee. Only now, this is not flex or flex row. Flex row, width full, better. Now we just need this to be a little bit smaller. I'll maybe make it like 4, and then MR2. Oh, too small. 5. Okay, and then let's also do like item center, justify center, so it's centered on that, no matter what padding we add. GitHub, uploads. Very good. I mean, that text is slightly bigger in this design, right? Or is it the icon's slightly bigger? Maybe the icon's slightly bigger. Let's do that, and then 6. The color's also super wrong, and there's a little bit of padding in this inside this button. So MX PX2, yeah, it looks a little bit better. Okay, now this is grouse. Grouse. This is gross. So instead, let's make this a component that accepts a few parameters. Because then it'll be less gross. Okay, this can be slot. This can be if icon. Oh, let's not listen to this track. And this can actually be put in here. Does that even work? Maybe like this is better, hey? I think that'll work. I don't know if the other one will work. Other way will work. And then this can be click. Oh. If is selected. Oof. Okay, so we actually have quite a few things to do here. Components, but tab. This is an array of attributes in component, and this thing's text is GitHub. On click is this mess over here. Is selected is this mess over here, but nicely abstracted, I must say. And icon is this here. Oh, emit. Hey! Hello? Which one of these is the one that's working? Yay! Good! So I can get rid of this. So this is a lot neater in terms of the markup for the internal button. Let's actually just start it like this. I think this is preferable to me. I don't think... Actually, you know what? Maybe Livewire has fixed this issue with that regex that got merged in recently. Maybe I should be able to define... not like this. This is what I just had! Single quote, double quote, single quote. This is the slow one. They did! You can use double quotes in these methods now! Super cool. Okay. So I can redo this for BitBucket. Plan selection, BitBucket. Get rid of this. Now I should have an icon. Hey! Super cool! Super cool. Okay. Let's do the same for upload. Uploads, but then what is the icon that we want to use for here? Font awesome. Going a little bit over, I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure you don't mind. Font awesome, load. Upload. Oh, did you see Tailwind UI? I think I showed it yesterday. There's an icon pack that gets released with this, which is really cool. But I'm using Font awesome for this for the moment. What do we do? Cloud upload alt. Yes. Cloud upload alt. File upload. Cloud. Where's the non-alt of this? Cloud upload. Cloud upload solid? I actually think I like cloud upload alt more. Solid. Cloud upload alt. Yeah. And then pricing, what do we do for that? I'm inclined to go with the $sign because these things aren't as clear as to what they are. But maybe there's a better money representation than these. Looks like databases. Yeah, $. There was a font awesome icon for Scrooge McDuck jumping into a pile of money. Oh, that's capital P. Also, I think maybe this settings thing, it's not settings. Maybe I should rename these things to pricing. Change pricing. Just makes it a little bit clearer. Oh, by the way, thanks for the follow, saying 84. I only picked that up now, but that was like 17 minutes ago. Thank you for that. Oh, delete! Cannot delete! Change settings, change pricing. This class needs to change. Completely unnecessary change, but it just makes it look a bit nicer for me, in my uninformed opinion. Customize plans, this is change pricing. So there we go. There we go. Okay, so this was going to be a blanket settings thing. We're going to have settings in separate tabs for other things, but pricing makes sense here. So we've got some icons now. That's really cool. Okay, I want to replace these arrows with icons as well. I don't like that I'm using UTF-8 arrows there. So arrow left, arrow, weird. So arrow left, maybe chevron left actually. Chevron left. Okay. So tab. For now, I'm just going to take this out. Maybe I should have a button component that has an icon. I'm going to do that. And maybe button is not specific enough. Maybe it needs to be a navigation button. But whatever. Okay, so this is actually a very similar component to what we had, but maybe not so much, not so many parameters to this. So we still need on click, and we still need slot. But maybe we don't put the icon in here. Maybe we have a separate icon component. Oh, and this also has like slightly different. Damn it. There's like different variants for this, which is a bit irritating because it means okay, so the default will be a dark variant. And then there's like a light variant, BG gray, BG white, it's this here. So there's a light variant and there's a dark variant. The majestic swelling of the music. Sorry, I'm going over, but I'm really enjoying this. So, you know. And then an icon blade PHP component. And so this can actually take this out. And this can actually be slot. Okay, trim slot, trim slot. There we go. Okay, so tab can actually change to being components, icon, with icon as this end component. I don't know if that trimming actually takes place in Blade. But anyway, this means that the this means that the default styling of the icon will be. This is such a bad idea. Just repeat the icons, dude. Just repeat the icons. This icon component is such a bad idea. Go away. Then what do you do with this? I guess you just repeat the style of it. Maybe I should change this from button to back button, because then I know it's going to be one of the two styles. Then I don't have to have a toggle for that. So back is light. So back is this style. And then forward is the dark one. Okay, and then this one has, these styles. Forward button. Okay, and then very clearly an icon. Back button has the icon in the beginning. Solid, left arrow. Is it arrow left or left arrow? Oh, chevron left. Cool. And then forward has it afterwards, and this will be margin left, and this will be chevron right. That's not the chevrons. Oh, that's because I'm not using it anyway. Okay. Upload files doesn't have a backward and forward. Show wizard doesn't have it. Show confirmation does, but I've got nothing in there. Show types. So this will be components. Forward button. And this is the text that goes in it. And that's on next. Okay, so this is right in the beginning. So let me flush and see this break. No, it doesn't break. That's interesting. Okay, but I do need some extra styles on here. Flex, row, item, center, justify, center. And that chevron needs to be much smaller. Yes? Fine for now. Sean wants a different icon, he can put a different one. What JSlib do I use? Donuts, I use a bunch. My favorite is Vanilla.js with a sprinkling of React. I also do a lot of React Native stuff, which is definitely React and JS. I don't do very much Vue for UI dev. At the moment, I'm using what ships with Livewire. I don't really enjoy Alpine as much. There's some Vanilla.js in here. All over the place, dude. All over the place. Forward, back. I need the extra styles from here. Okay, so forward, now back and next need to be done on here. Select type. Oh, there's so much to remember on here. This is customize plans. Is it? It very is customize plans. So that's next, and then we can do, so the text is next. Nope. The text here is next. The text here is back. On back. Oh damn. Those can go away. This needs to be flex row. Forward, back. This is Gitstore. This is a beautiful app that I'm working on. Yeah, you can go to gitstore.app It is the next version of this application. So this explains what it's about, what it's supposed to do. I'm working on UI for the next version of it. Look, I feel like this stuff is actually going to be quite predictable in the use of back button and next button. So I am actually just going to put it in, I'm just going to hard code it in here, right? Why not? I am using a theme, a custom theme developed by Sean, who is a partner in this startup. It is his design. I'm working with a couple other people. So Jason, who's in chat, who might still be in chat, is on the business dev side of it, and then there's a third guy, Sean, who is on the design side of it. So yeah, we three work together on it, but I'm the only developer on it currently. Sadly, I'd love to have more people involved. So what do you think? Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. You're looking for a remote job? Well, I'm not sure I can help you there. Where are you based? Maybe someone in chat will know of something in your area. Where are you based? Shandu? You're from Asia. Well, welcome. Maybe someone in chat knows of a thing. Next. Oof, that back button again. Oh, the asterisks are a link to your resume. I can't see it. The chat, that link is being blocked. DM me on Twitter @AssertChris. DM or tweet me a link to it and I can check it out. Customize, select provider. This has a next and a back. I kind of feel like these slots are sort of useless, but I'm using the very first page has a custom one, so. Oh, this back button, why is it not clicking? You've worked with Laravel and Vue. That's cool. Share your code. Build a mailing list. Next. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so select email behavior also needs new buttons. There's back. There's next. That. Hello? Where's my next button? Where's my next button? Can't see my next button. That sucks. Share your code, next, and then the theme. So let's do this on select theme. And I think this is the last page that we need to do for this. And then I'm going to call it back, back. Oh, beautiful. So I have icons everywhere. In like 2 places I have icons. So I can move on to a little bit more styling here. Maybe next to the checkboxes. Maybe a little bit more on here. Definitely some pricing stuff I can style. But I think I'm going to call it there, and I've gone like 20 minutes over. So thank you for being involved and